Your thoughts on Manny Pacquiao's retirement?
One of the greatest fighters we've ever seen. Never ran from anybody. Had completely respected the sport of boxing. Was an ultimate champion. And I have to tell you, one of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet on the planet Earth.
I love Mayweather. I think Manny Pacquiao whooped Mayweather today. Manny Pacquiao in his prime was throwing damn near 100 punches per round. No other fighter could do that, and he wasn't on steroids. Manny Pacquiao
might not be as fast as I was when I was 30, but I'm still fast enough to break your nose or do some damage to you.
Yeah, and for Manny, it wasn't so much the power, it was the speed and the accuracy and the 2 or 3 punches in a row that just...
Stephen A. Smith explains why Pacquiao would destroy Mayweather in a rematch. He calls Manny Pacquiao the ultimate champion and a true legend of boxing who has earned respect from the very beginning of his career. Smith was especially impressed by Pacquiao's technique, speed, and power, saying these qualities still shine through even at age 46. He believes Pacquiao's current form is more dangerous than ever and would overwhelm Mayweather if they fought again.
Your thoughts on Manny Pacquiao's retirement?
One of the greatest fighters we've ever seen. Never ran from anybody. Had completely respected the sport of boxing. Was an ultimate champion. And I have to tell you, one of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet on the planet Earth. I mean, when people, I want to say this real quick because I know we got to go because we got one more thing to discuss, Marcus.
Yeah.
When people talk about Manny Pacquiao and they say stuff like, well, he's fighting for money. I would like y'all to know that there are people who line up in the streets of the Philippines just to come get some money from him. He's very charitable.
Oh, yeah.
That's why money was compromising, because he's a giver. He's a special dude. I'm going to miss him.
Charleston White didn't hold back when discussing the long-standing tension between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. He argued that during Pacquiao's prime years, Floyd avoided fighting him not out of strategy, but fear. White emphasized how destructive Pacquiao was in his peak. His rapid-fire combinations, in-and-out movement, and raw tenacity made him a nightmare matchup. Accusations from Floyd, including allegations of steroid use, were viewed by many as tactics to delay the inevitable clash. Instead of stepping into the ring when both were at their best, Mayweather waited.
Man, right? Yeah. Going to the grave.
A story of redemption.
Absolutely. Somebody we remember forever. No doubt, man. With Charleston, we'll let you get back to your business.
Can't forget about the George Foreman grill. Yeah, can't forget about that grill, the George Foreman grill.
It taught many people
how to make burgers without being messy.
Definitely an important thing, that George Foreman grill, bro. Yeah. Without question, man. What's your best memory of Manny Pacquiao? Watching Manny fight over the years, what was your best memory of him?
I love Mayweather, but Mayweather avoided him for all those years, accusing him of being on steroids, and he never tested positive for steroids. He was like a machine. Yeah, homie, so if I'm not mistaken, he was one of the only fighters, homie, that threw over 100-something plus rounds, punches per round. So he was like a machine, homie, hard to...
White's comments added to the narrative that Floyd feared risking his undefeated record against a fully powered Pacquiao age has always been a point of debate in boxing. And in the case of Pacquiao and Mayweather, it's especially relevant. Many dismissed any talk of a rematch, believing time had passed both fighters by. But Pacquiao's recent fight with Mario Barrios changed that. His movement, reaction time, and conditioning stunned critics. Suddenly, the idea of Floyd stepping back into the ring against this version of Manny didn't seem so far-fetched. Instead of watching two faded champions, fans are now curious whether Mayweather would risk facing an older but still dangerous Pacquiao. Ever since Pacquiao returned to the sport, he hasn't been shy about calling for another fight with Mayweather.
So now the question hanging in the air like a jab, what's next for the Pac-Man? There's a growing chant for a Floyd rematch. And you know what? I wouldn't hate it. Two legends, both past their peak, but still dangerous, still proud, still built for the lights. Only thing is, after what Manny just showed, not sure if Floyd won.
In every interview and public appearance, he's reminded the world that he's ready. There's no negotiation games, no delays, just a direct challenge. He has made it clear that the decision lies entirely with Floyd. This openness reflects Manny's competitive mindset. He believes he still has what it takes to fight at the highest level, and his words are backed by actions. What was once a distant dream is now a possibility, and Pacquiao is standing by. Gloves On boxing trainer Abel Sanchez offered a technical perspective on why Pacquiao remains so effective.
With excitement as Manny Pacquiao gears up for his showdown with WBC welterweight champ Mario Barrios. But that's not all. There's talk of a potential rematch with Floyd Mayweather. Pacquiao's not holding back, saying Mayweather's been ducking him. He wants a real fight, not just an exhibition. Can you imagine the hype if this happens? It could be worth billions. But first, Pac-Man's got to handle business this Saturday. If he wins, will it force Mayweather to step up, or will Barrios spoil the party? One thing's for sure, the line of fighters wanting a piece of Pacquiao will be long if he comes out on top. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over.
He explained that Manny's dominance doesn't come from sheer force, but from his ability to land clean, precise shots with incredible speed. Even after a 4-year break, Pacquiao returned with timing and rhythm that impressed even seasoned coaches. Sanchez noted that Manny's fitness and hand-eye coordination hadn't declined with age. It's these sharp fundamentals that allow him to compete with younger opponents. While most fighters fade, Pacquiao's style is built to last. And Sanchez's analysis only reinforces the belief that he's still elite.
It didn't seem like Barrios wanted to hurt Manny, and maybe it's the respect. Maybe the greatness was, he was in the ring with greatness and didn't want to do anything dumb.
Yeah, like I spoke to Bob after the fight, who's the trainer of Barrios, and he was telling me he was getting on Mario's ass about that. Like he felt like he was being too nice, and he told him that you got to take it to him, man. Like leave all that crap outside. Like you be mean, you got to take it to him.
Yeah, but you know what? We are on the outside. We're not taking near a lick as a coach.
Yeah.
He's in there with a great legend, and he's in there with somebody that can punch and somebody that can fight. So his mentality and his sentiment and what he sees there is a hell of a lot different than what we see on the outside. All we can do is try to encourage our guys, but we're not taking any punches.
Yeah, and there was flashes of the old Pacquiao there, though.
At times.
Yeah, at times.
Yeah.
Obviously not like before, but, his patented jab straight and then come up top was there. It landed a few times in the first round. He landed it straight like almost right away, I felt, to kind of show Mario like, hey, I might not be as fast as I was when I was 30, but I'm still fast enough to break your nose or do some damage to you.
Yeah, and for Manny, it wasn't so much the power; it was the speed and the accuracy and the 2 or 3 punches in a row that put you in trouble. So maybe Barrios was not gonna have any of that. Who knows? But again, it didn't look like the kind of fight that puts people on the edge of the seats.
Just covering Pacquiao's career for as long as I have, there was a few things that I noticed. Like I felt like at times. And maybe this will get better now that he's, doing he said that he's going to come back, that he's eyeing maybe October, November this year to come back again in another fight. He's more consistent. I know when you're older, it's like the old saying, like, you got to use it so you don't lose it, Right.
Despite not getting the official victory against Barrios, Manny's performance was enough to spark serious discussions about his capabilities. Many fans and analysts believe the judges got it wrong and Pacquiao deserved the win. More importantly, his display reignited the argument that he could still defeat Mayweather. The belt wasn't the focus anymore. It was the eye test. Manny looked faster, smarter, and more driven. The question is no longer about age, but about ability.
Nobody wants to see a Pacquiao versus Mayweather 2. The first fight was a decade ago, and it took too long to happen. And now they both, it's just like, come on, bro. We just trying to squeeze the life out of boxing, for real. Y'all want to watch two senior citizens spar? Because they both pushing 50. And the thing that will make it the most disappointing to me is that we should have had this when they were in their primes. And the fact that if they're trying to fight now, it's just a money grab. They just know they can both get a nice check from it. And why not? That would be the only reason, because they pushed this off so many times. Y'all, a lot of y'all wasn't alive back then. Y'all wasn't outside. This was the discussion in boxing for a good 6-year stretch. Is when would Floyd Mayweather fight Manny Pacquiao? Is Pacquiao juiced? Oh, Floyd's ducking everybody who's actually good. He doesn't want to fight anybody in their prime. This was the talk about. This was the boxing talk for almost a decade, and the fact that they would come back and do it now it makes me so mad because I already know people would watch. It would get the views, but it's just going to be disappointing because the first fight was disappointing.
This version of Pacquiao has shown enough to convince many that a rematch isn't just possible. It's winnable. Not all reactions have been supportive of a rematch. There's a large portion of the boxing community that cherishes both men and would prefer their legacies remain untouched. Watching two aging greats go to war again might feel bittersweet. For these fans, seeing either fighter lose would tarnish the perfect memory of their prime years. Nostalgia plays a powerful role in sports, and the thought of one legend defeating the other in a final showdown is hard to stomach. To some, preserving history is more important than creating new drama.